Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. That quick scan kills women's chances. You know what? This kind of a follow-up on the podcast I did Friday, about opening up as far as liking a man's style. Because, ladies, we know y'all be rejecting a guy because you don't like those shoes. Or, you don't, dude may have, those edges ain't quite tight. But I'm going to tell you what, ladies, that kills your chances. Because very often, and I just had to reiterate this because I hear this from a lot of women. Where the men at? Where the men at? But I'm like, well, wait a minute. You just judging this man off a quick look. You ain't really taking time to really find out about him. This could be the ultimate man, but you just catching him under a certain circumstance, a certain situation, right? Or you just trying to go on one look. Now, like I said Friday, I tell the men to get their style together, be cognizant that women always looking. But look, we got to be realistic. That's just in dealing with a basic thing. But ladies, that be hurting y'all. Because ladies, ask yourself one thing. How often, and you feel free to share. I won't let any guys jump on your case. I'll delete the comments if they try to go at you for saying this. But how often have you met a guy, right? You met a guy or you saw a guy, you didn't think much about him at first. Your first look was like, oh, he ain't nothing. He ain't about anything. He don't got nothing going on. But you're in a social situation where you can find out more about him, right? You're in a social situation. You can find out about him and everything, right? Or say it's a situation where you actually get to know him and then you realize that your first impression wasn't as accurate as it could have been. And ladies, I know this happens a lot because what do y'all say? Y'all be saying, oh yeah, I ain't think much of him, but he grew on me. He was in a position to get to know him, right? But those are only lucky. A lot of times y'all just be missing out. And then maybe find out later, it's like, oh, wait a minute, this dude got some shit going on with him. He all right. I mean, seriously. I've had that happen to me. I've had some women say, when I first saw you, I thought you were about this, but I got to know you and you're about this, which is good. I remember I was on a job, right? And a woman, she was acting funky. I was training her and stuff, and she was acting funky from the get-go. She's acting, to this day, I don't really know why. I ain't really had that conversation with her. But then I just sat back and just chilled, just did my thing. But it got to the point, well, let's just say she was hugging up on her brother. Yeah. Anyway, right? But ladies, that quick scan, sometimes that hurts you. You can't see the whole thing. And like I said Friday, you know what? If the guy approach you and all that, he's friendly to you. As long as he's respectful, just hear him out. He might surprise you. You never know. You might think one thing, right? Like, I'll use myself for an example. Somebody told me this because they were like, it was a woman. She was like, well, until you open your mouth, you look like a thug. It's like, what? Seriously, you look like a straight thug, right? But as soon as you open your mouth, I heard you speak. It was just, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Something else here. And me and her didn't hook up or anything, but we got to be real cool. Because she thought something about me and, but it was like, you can't go on a quick scan. It tells you leave out a lot. And see, here's a problem with that quick scan too, ladies. And like I said, on my men's channel, I tell the men to develop their style. But look, let's be real. Some of the biggest players, some of the guys most likely to dog you, some of the guys most likely to use you, some of the guys most likely to empty your bank account, some of the guys that you might let move in with you, and let them stay at your house without him working, you at work, but then you come back, right? Some of you not feeling well, or you double back, you come back home and You walk upstairs to your bedroom and he in there with another woman. He going for it. In fact, she might be on top. The woman might be on top. And then she'll look at you and be like, oh, my bad. This you, girl? Oh, wait, let me get mine real quick. Seriously, you doing all that, but only thing to do was he had his stuff together. Like, some of the worst dudes will have their stuff together. You got to give him time. Seriously, that quick scan, if you in a certain situation where you have no choice but to rely on it, I can understand, like you in a club or you in somewhere there's a bunch of guys, you got to go with it. But usually if a guy going to approach you on the street and say something to you, and, he might not look on the surface. Usually it's the style. That's one thing I found with y'all. It usually ain't how he look. He usually look at least all right, but it's usually his style. But then you like, nah, ain't going to mess with him. That kills your chances. And women, if y'all really want to get a guy, y'all going to have to expand your chances. You got to expand your choices. Because seriously, because one of the things I found with women, and really need to do another podcast on this, you'll meet that guy. You'll meet a guy like kind of when you're young, right? Have some trouble with him. All of a sudden it's like, can't have that, can't have that, can't have that. Then a lot of women will get a certain age and they got so many can'ts on their list that, it take pretty much a Superman to like make, get past everything. Because you look for it. And see, that's another thing too. Even if you had a bad experience with a guy who was dressed a certain way, carried himself a certain way, looked at it, that was with that guy. That don't mean that's with the new guy. The new guy might, the only similarity is they might look similar, dress similar, but they two different individuals. Even if their personalities are similar, you really don't know this particular guy because it could be just that one thing that's different. Like, for example, here's a great example. Like, you could have messed with a certain type of guy. He was dog, he was evil and all that, but he also wasn't spiritual at all. You meet somebody who's similar or came off as similar early as far as his outer personality, but you find out this person's real religiously pious and really sticks with his faith, and he tries to walk his faith. So, yeah, he looked similar, and there was some similar personality things, but he was different. And that's very important, ladies. Seriously, you got to take some time out to look at these guys. Don't just kick them to the curb right away. Especially if they being polite to you. Now, if they are being impolite or messy or rude or disrespectful, oh, yeah, man, shoot, cut them. But other than that quick scan, though, y'all got to modify that. Y'all really do. Y'all really have to modify it. Still use some discernment. Still see what's up with the dude. Don't force a situation when you and the dude just don't click. But don't let that quick scan kill you from getting your blessings. All right? Think on that. Anyway, ladies, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.